Today we are gonna talk about special perfumes because they made it to the finalists of one of the most prestigious awards in the niche and indie perfumery, Art and Olfaction Awards. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in this video in which I will indeed review some of the finalists of Art and Olfaction Awards 2020 that should take place in Los Angeles, where this non-profit organization is based that tries to raise the awareness of indie practices with scent. And I'm wearing my Los Angeles t-shirt because, you know, I'm supposed to be there because going to LA has been always the biggest dream of my life, but you know, due to the current situation in the world, the ceremony of Art and Olfaction Awards, where all the nominees gather together to celebrate independent perfumery, and then the winners are announced. It was postponed to September, and I still hope to be there to meet all the creative people, but for now I have this privilege to review some of the finalists, and that is what I'll do today. But in case you're wondering which brands I actually nominated, I've already created a whole summary of the nominees, and in that video I announce the brands and the perfumes that got nominated. There are different categories, for example, Artisanal category, Independent category, Sadakichi Award, Anatole Award, and some others, so feel free to check that video out. But I'm pretty much sure that you will learn about new, interesting brands in this video, and I'll try to be very informative, but since I have quite a few exciting fragrances to talk about, and I want the focus of this video to be on the story behind the perfumes, because to get picked and to be a finalist is a big success and is a big deal, and I think all the brands who got nominated should really feel that success, because I know that feeling, because I was nominated myself with my collaboration on Powder and Dust with SP Perfumes, and we won. That was an unforgettable feeling. And by the way, I also have the golden pair, which is the prize for the winners, but you know, it's in my studio, and today I'm filming here due to the technical situation at my place, but I hope you don't mind this setting. I think it's pretty, and there are still some fragrances to stare at while I'm talking about the nominees. So without further ado, please make sure to check out the description box. There you'll find more information regarding perfumes I'll be talking in this video, and also links to my social media where I announce my videos, so please follow me there and let me know which new perfumes you love to find out in this video, and maybe some of you already know. Anyway, I would love to hear your feedback on this video. Grab yourself a snack and enjoy. So there are different categories, as I've already mentioned, and I want to start with the independent category because that's the one in which I have most fragrances today, and one of them is Renier Perfumes Behique that was created by Christian Carbonell, and I have a special story to tell you about it because the first time I smelled it was my birthday. It was at Exons, and I vividly remember how Renier showed me Behique, and you guys, not only I was blown by it, and look at this beautiful box. I mean, like, when you receive a fragrance like it that totally screams niche quality, you are pleased, right? But then when you smell it, guys, you're absolutely wowed. I mean, like, there is no chance you won't be wowed by it, and that was my first reaction as I smelled Behique. And I really want to read you the official description of this fragrance, and it was inspired by the shaman of Taino Indian tribes. It is a scent for a man who dominates the secrets of nature in the perfume of experience and wisdom. Since its departure, we perceive a work of art that is not made to please the majority. Here we do not feel extremely pleasant sweet notes that make the whole something commercial, because from the first minutes the intoxicating note of cannabis and sage, very well mixed with rum and a touch of magnolia, create the feeling of being in the front of a serious, unique perfume, in the front of a wizard who will open the positive path of our life and leave an unforgettable memory. Just when the perfume begins to dry and gives way to the notes of heart, we realize how well used is the anise in this composition, creating a bridge between the mentioned notes and the robust and excellent heart based in cedar, patchouli and tobacco. It is not a sweet tobacco, it is the smell of shaman's tobacco when it begins to glimpse the future. The note of rum is more subtle, but still present, but now rounded with a subtle moist soil. Behique is a serious perfume with the character of a winner for a person who has already triumphed in life and does not need to go making pretentious appearances of these modern times. The base of the perfume is exquisite, and you can feel during the days the chords of sandalwood and vetiver absolute of Haiti touched by true amber. Now the thing is, I read you that description because I could not describe it in more accurate way, because first of all, this is a really bold, deep, dark, truly mysterious scent of tobacco in the first place, but you can also smell a lot of vetiver in there, which is rather dirty. At the same time, it's really smoky. Something medicinal comes from patchouli, lots of greenery from cannabis, and overall it's spicy and it is in a beast mode, so you absolutely need to give it some room to project and perform. And that wasn't a joke, as I read you that you can smell it days after you applied it on clothes, because you guys, this perfume is so strong. I think not everybody can pull it off. It's not necessarily a crowd-pleasing fragrance, although it's definitely something that people will notice because first of all, it is very, very strong and intense. It will overwhelm and overpower any other fragrance that is in the room, and I think it's great for the darker time because it's so mysterious and dark. It can be easily worn by a very confident man or woman if you are into slightly metallic, green, smoky fragrances in which woody notes dominate, and that's for, I think this is something very creative and unique, and I wish Renier best of luck because he really deserves it. Moving on to the next finalist of independent category, and that is a Canadian niche brand that I have a feeling gets nominated almost yearly, and I'm talking about Zoologist perfumes that I fell in love with since the minute I discovered it. And you know what's special about 2020's nomination of Zoologist? Well, I'll tell you, not only Victor Wong, who is a creative mind and the owner of Zoologist Perfumes, was nominated, but he got nominated twice. And as far as I can remember, that happened just once in the past to Printemps Rose, but he got nominated with two different brands. And Zoologist Perfumes was pretty much a success last year, as Victor released B, that is still a huge hit in the community because, you know, this is a honey bomb and literally this is wow, super sweet sugary scent of a honey bee that flies from one flower to another, gathering beautiful nectar that is presented in there in the form of jelly, and you can smell it together with ginger that makes it spicy, a bit more delicious, but still there is so much beeswax that creates this sticky texture that it's undeniably honeyed, powdery, sweet, slightly floral. I love it when it's hot because I prefer intense gourmands in the summertime, and surprisingly not cloying. That's for it's well balanced, and in my opinion it really deserves to be the winner. And you might remember that Zoologist Perfumes won with their original bad, and I think it's time to win again because Zoologist Perfumes has really good chances, because another fragrance, Squid, that I reviewed in a video together with B, and in case you want more information definitely check it out, got also a nomination. And if this is not the most realistic. Oh my god, yes, I will jump because this is such an exciting fragrance, and every time I smell it I'm like, damn, this is fantastic, this is so good, this is a real aquatic salty scent. And you know, salty note is rather imaginary in the perfumery, but here you can smell that freaking sea breeze that comes from the ocean. It's dark, at the same time there is something delicious about it, and I love it, probably even more than B, because it's like so cool. Like, this is a very creative perfume, and I'm a big fan of unusual fragrances that really challenge, but although this one is unrepeatable, at the same time it's really easy to enjoy it, and so far I got an amazing reaction on Squid. That's for I really wish Victor Wong good luck, because these two perfumes are so well done, and that's for I'd be very glad to see them as the winners. Other than that, we have two more nominated fragrances in the independent category, and one of them is Young Hearts by the Italian niche brand Bruno Acampora. And you know, as I got this fragrance for a review, I loved it so much that I've created and dedicated a whole video to it, because first of all, this is a green perfume, okay, and it's not very easy for me to truly enjoy and maybe even love green fragrance, but since the minute I tried it, I loved it, you know. It didn't require time for me to understand it. It was love at first sniff, and that was special experience, because once again, normally I don't really care about green fragrances that much, but something about it makes it so interesting, special, and at the same time very easy to enjoy and to wear. So first of all, this is a foresty scent. There are lots of green notes, for example, pine needles and birch, moss and patchouli, a lot of galbanum, and that's for, it has a little bit of a retro touch, but what's special about it is the floral note of rose. And believe it or not, this is a green rose that grows in a piney forest, and I think that you can smell the moss and the beautiful piney aroma mixed with the rose scent, and that's for, it's so addictive. Like, you smell it and you're like, oh my god, I want to smell it again. Oh my god, I want to spray it, you know. It's so youthful, and it smells very pleasant. This is like something that has this gorgeous balance of creativity and mass appeal, and it's unisex. Like, this perfume is awesome. Also one of my favorites for sure, and that's for I wish Miguel Matos, who created, and Bruno Acampora, good luck. The final nominee here is Love Kills by another Italian niche house, Masque Milano, that you guys know I'm a big fan of. And I remember when this perfume was presented at Exons last year, people went crazy about it, because first of all, it's about the rose. Yes, the killer in there is the rose, and which note represents love better than the rose? None. So yeah, this is a full-bodied, intense, not necessarily rose soliflor, but all you can smell in there is rose. Rose that changes. Sometimes it's fresh, but with that gemminess underneath. There is something watery, liquidy, and I guess that comes from the note of lychee, and it makes it a bit more playful, although I think all the broken hearts will enjoy it, because it has something so touching about it. You know, you like smell and you remember all those times when you were heartbroken, but at the same time all the nice memories about being in love. So this is a very luscious, deep, masterfully done rosy fragrance for the lovers of rose, and rose is a big hit, as you'll see. While I'll describe you the next finalist. So Love Kills is definitely worth winning, and I remember Masque Milano got already nominated in the past, so maybe now it's time to win, guys. And with that being said, we are moving on to the Artisanal category, and the first fragrance I want to talk about is called Nepethe, and by the way, I'm not sure about the correct pronunciation, but it's from the American niche house Voyage Perfumes by the lovely Shelley Weddington, and here is the description of this perfume. So Nepethe was inspired by the story of Alan of Troy, who after many trials and adventures was given the gift of Nepethe by an Egyptian queen. It was said that a few drops of this magical liquid would quell all her sorrows and bring her great joy. In the Odyssey, Homer describes how Helen, Troy's daughter, quickly put Nepethe into their wine while they were drinking, making them all forget their troubles. So Shelley Weddington says that Nepethe is a mind-cleansing aphrodisiac of a perfume. The scent of a warm skin emerged from the sea, salty, wet and sun-kissed, set in aromatic herbs, amber, wood and musk. Her vision of Nepethe is the created mythical substance of an ancient Greece that changes the mood, causing sorrow and anger to be forgotten. And don't you agree that that description alone makes you wanna blind buy it? And I totally understand you, because who doesn't want such a magic potion in the form of perfume? Well, the thing is, you guys, I think this is something truly special, and by that I mean that this perfume is not necessarily something mass appealing. This perfume is for those who first of all love green fragrances and sharp ones, because in there I can smell something like a violet leaf and lavender, which creates almost a retro feel, but something in there smells of modern masculine fragrances, and it is very clean, it is aromatic, and I think that if you love perfumes that have this vegetal undertone, this is definitely something that you need to check out, because although I have it in this tiny vial and you can see it's almost full, I've already wore it a few times, and every time I could smell it on my skin so intensely, so the quality is absolutely there. Wow, and like it smells first of all of man to me, of a very polished man, like maybe even a perfect man if such exists. So I think that this clean, cleansing, aromatic potion definitely deserves to be among the finalists and winners, because, you know, it's something that is outstanding, and with it Shelley can win, because she was actually nominated in the past with Civet that she created for Zoologist, and so this time I wish her good luck. I know her personally and I remember she's extremely lovely. You guys, next nominee is from France, and it's Anatole Lebreton, whom I also know personally, and you know, his fragrances are very special. I've already reviewed all of them, and to be honest with you, 3 of them are on my wish list, and his newest fragrance, Perfumista, what a name, you guys, how cute, is among the nominees, and this is another rose finalist, but this is a very, very interesting rose fragrance, and if you think you know everything about roses, well then challenge yourself and try out Perfumista, because you spray it and this rose never stays the same. Sometimes it leans towards patchouli, sometimes it's rather on the creamy side, sometimes it's really floral and innocent, and sometimes it's dirty. So I really like that it's not a linear fragrance, and it's definitely that rose that I could make my signature, which is a huge compliment to this perfume, and I think it's rather unisex, and there is almost like a dated, sexy fruitiness in there, which comes from pear, plum and raspberry, which are top notes, and I have to tell you that this is something delicious. Pear in there is absolutely gorgeous, and I wish Anatole good luck, because with this perfume he can be very proud to win, because this is something that is absolutely phenomenal, and in my opinion it really deserves the attention of all the rose lovers, particularly if you are looking for a non-linear, very exciting rose that will keep you satisfied all day long. It's not necessarily something extremely long lasting, but I really like the story behind this fragrance because Anatole was really inspired by the breath of freedom, as he describes it. He used Indian jasmine and high quality rose absolute for it, you know, and I remember he started a beautiful project as he involved people from the industry, you know, to be a part of the process of creating Perfumista, and that's for, I think that it's beautifully done. First of all, like the scent itself is worth it, but at the same time all the work that was put into creating it. And you know, he is an indie perfumer, he was a collector of vintage perfumes, and now he creates all of these edgy, really not unusual, but like different scents, you know. He has his signature, and I think he should be awarded for it. And the final nominee today is Impermanence perfume by the indie brand from France called Christèle Jacquemin, and just recently I reviewed her entire collection, and one of her perfumes is also nominated for Art and Olfaction Awards in the Artisanal category, and this one was inspired by the collection of photographs that she made in one of Shanghai's villages called Qingzheng, and she stayed there for a month in the artistic residence, and that was a month of true happiness and well-being for Christèle, who is actually a photographer, and so that is the result of that beautiful trip. And I can definitely tell that it is Asian inspired because it has this beautiful, slightly spicy woody character, and in this perfume the most dominant note is hinoki wood, which is really light with green undertones. There is a note of ginger and rosemary, some lemongrass and rose, and note of mate, and that's why it makes me feel like opening a bag of tea, because it smells of tea leaves, of green tea leaves, and that's for it is really relaxing and soothing. And I have been wearing it for quite a while, you guys. There is just something about it that makes me kinda addicted to it because it's beautiful floral woody green character makes it very versatile and universal perfume that I can throw on myself and not really worry about what to wear and what will suit the day, because this fragrance is something that is very easy to enjoy, because you know there is something about it that I truly believe relaxes. And that's a beautiful quality because this is an elegant blend, but with this positive effect on the mind. And all in all, this is like a truly gorgeous French fragrance. You know, like French perfumes, they are so elegant, simple, but at the same time stunning. That's the feeling of Impermanence, and that's for I wish Christèle good luck. And that, my friends, completes my review of some finalists of Art and Olfaction Awards 2020. Although I couldn't wear this t-shirt in LA, I could wear it here, and I really hope that everything will be alright. We will all meet, and all of these perfumes impressed me, and that's for I think they are worth to be awarded. But I remember that very special feeling just to be nominated, because that is such an achievement and recognition in the community, and that's for I want to say that all of these brands, smaller and bigger ones, did an awesome job, and I want to see more exciting releases this year and next year. I know that things are very challenging these days, but hey, why not to accept the challenge and make the best out of it? I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I would love to know which of these perfumes that I described to you interested you. Maybe there was something that piqued your interest. Maybe you want to get samples of some of these perfumes. You know, these are indie brands, so please show them some support, and highlighting their work is my way to support them. And I truly hope that you enjoyed watching this very long video. I know, sorry for that, and if you did, please like it, please make sure to share it with those who might be interested in it, and of course subscribe to my channel. I'd be really glad about your subscription, honestly. I'm excited to see my channel growing, and those who stayed here till the very end, you guys, I wanted to let you know that tomorrow is gonna be my live stream. I'll tell you how I failed at not at not buying perfumes this year, because you know I wanted to boycott fragrance shopping, but I failed. I kind of knew that. And then I'll tell you why I still want to try not to buy stuff, and not because I don't have money, but because of another very exciting reason. So please tune in tomorrow. I think the live stream is gonna be in the daytime. Normally I try to do live streams in the evening, so the folks overseas can join, but you know, I stay at home all day long, and I think tomorrow's live stream is gonna be early, but I won't delete it. I will leave it on the channel. You can join in later, but other than that, I will do some announcement on my social media, so that's another reason to follow me there. And on that note, I'm really glad that you have been here with me all this time, and make sure to stay tuned. I'd be really glad to chat with you live tomorrow. Till then, have a good day. Bye.